Hello and welcome to another Ethereum update. Here we have currently the stress test to see if this wave 2 or B was actually already finished up there. At the moment, it's exactly at the point where it really would need to turn around to confirm a very shallow B wave or very shallow wave 2. I mean, if it really was in, it would be extremely shallow. I actually don't believe it, but you never know. Yeah, we would have not even reached the $1,200 level, which would have been the 23.6% FIB level. I mean, it would have been a super shallow wave 2. So something that you wouldn't normally expect. I mean, what we did expect was that it was nearly at the top here, maybe one more high, I told you. Yeah, in the previous video when we were in this sort of, you could call it a bullish pennant. I said, yeah, maybe one more high because this looked really like a pennant, which we did, yeah. And if then this was a wave 2 and B, it would have fulfilled the scenario. However, ideally, I would have liked it to go down a bit lower. Yeah, ideally, I would have liked it to go a bit lower, which would then have been in this area between 1,164 and 1,190. However, it is of course possible that what we are seeing here was just the A wave down, a shallow one. This was an overshooting wave B, because I'm not convinced by this move up. It looks very weak, especially with those wicks up here. It got rejected. Bitcoin moved up stronger. Ethereum looked quite weak actually on this move up, and we could be coming down in a C wave now, and yeah, could get close to this area. To be honest, I would need to shift it a little bit higher anyway now, because if the high was already in here of this wave 1 and wave A, as I said in the previous video, I can't remember if it was the ETH video or the BTC video. If we make one more high, I have to shift this up a little bit, which I'm doing now. And then we have the area here between 1192 and 1165, where we should ideally see a reversal. Highest likelihood would actually be here between 1185 and 1177. But yeah, this is now exactly where the decision will be made. If it's gonna reverse here or not, I can't tell you, but if we see the first like engulfing green candle or something, it would be a signal that indeed this green wave 2 and B was already in. But we'll take a look at the subwave count in a minute. What is possible still, as I said, that we are still at the moment, until we know if we are reversing from exactly here. Yeah, we have no evidence for that at the moment. So we could still get into this area, and the wave count for this would be, to be honest, I'm preferring this because it was my original primary scenario here. Yeah, not the higher, I mean, if we reach this or not, this does not affect the higher level scenario anyway. It's just really how do we get higher, yeah? But this could have been an A wave, this an overshooting wave B, and we could come down in C. Let me change the color to just show this in a clearer way. So when we could then calculate a target for the C wave, yeah, it seems like we're not holding it. I mean, it's just now this moment where it either turns around or completely fails. We would have to say this was the A wave. We go to the target, overshooting wave B. Yeah, this doesn't really, yeah, it doesn't really give us a lot of great targets here, to be honest. It's strange though, because normally you would say the 1.618 would be an ideal target, but because the wave A was so short, the B wave was so strong, it's a bit odd. So I would then go and fall back to the retracements here and say these are still relevant. Let's see if we actually get there. If not, I mentioned to you earlier, I took some partial profits up here. I said to you, if we go much higher, I will take more profits. And if we go down lower, I'll buy into this area with a tight stop just below the area, which is still the plan. If we don't get into this area, no problem. What's the problem? Then I'll just find another trade. But this is still here the key decision moment. And this is obviously the scenario where we'll still come down lower. Yeah, confirmation for that would be if we break below 1204, 1205. The other scenario is that we have already seen here either a very short B wave or a wave 2, and we're now going to rally higher in an impulse in a wave C or 3. In the short term, you shouldn't really see the difference. The wave 3 might go a bit higher than the C wave because it's naturally a bit stronger. If we really saw this shallow wave 2 retracement or wave B retracement, then the target would be First target would be 1270. That's the first target. That would be the ideal target for the C wave. Anything above that would still be possible as C wave, but then make a wave 3 more likely, which should ideally reach the 1310 level, the 1.618 extension. So no surprise, yeah, this C wave would take us to the resistance level, and it's all about, do we push through this or do we get rejected? If we get rejected strongly, the blue count is probably going to work out, and we will, in an impulse down, eventually break below the red area. But this is not relevant then anyway. This support area was relevant for this move. So this is then resistance, and we could come down and make lower lows afterwards. We need to break above 1270. Going above 1270 would rather be an indication that the more bullish counts are working out that we discussed in detail in previous videos. So please understand, we can't discuss them always in every video in detail, because this will get quite exhausting and quite long. But if you hang around, if you're new, then you'll get the understanding. But yeah, then and then if we say, okay, maybe we had this 1-2 setup and AB in here, very shallow. I don't believe it yet. Then we could say in the micro, we had here another small. Let's go to the 5 minutes. It's just, the thing is also here, yeah, you would have to say this was a wave 1, then here A overshooting wave B, we're coming down in C, it doesn't make any sign of stopping yet, and then we would need to move higher. What happened now? Okay, and however, this doesn't look good at all. I mean, yeah, I mean, not looking good in terms of that this is going to break out directly from here. I think we still have a good chance to get into this support area. But yeah, this needs to turn around now or is going to come down. And it has now reached exactly the 78.6% fib level. Exactly. Yeah, so from here, it needs to turn around, or if we break below 1208, then we're most likely going to come down into my white support area. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update about ETH. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also check out our trading course on the website, morecryptoonline.com, if you're interested. And it would be great if you decide to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.